Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. We are back with a brief introduction of clinical psychology. Clinical psychology is a famous field of psychology. This field involves research, teaching, and services relevant to the application of principles, methods, and procedures for understanding, predicting, and alleviating intellectual, emotional, biological, psychological, social, behavioral maladjustment, disability, discomfort, and is applied to a wide range of client population. Clinical psychologists play a central role in assessment, diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of mental health problems. Clinical psychology is the scientific study, diagnosis, and treatment of people who have psychological problems adjusting to themselves and to the environment. Clinical psychologists deal with both normal and abnormal behaviors. They administer and interpret psychological tests and assist in diagnosis and treatment of mental disorders. They also study the structure and development of personality. Clinical psychology is a broad field of practice and research within the discipline of psychology, which applies psychological principles to the assessment, prevention, amendment, and rehabilitation of psychological distress, disability, dysfunctional behaviors, and health risk behaviors, and to the enhancement of psychological and physical well-being. Defining clinical psychology is a greater challenge today than it was in previous times. The field has witnessed such tremendous growth in a wide variety of directions that most simple, concise definitions fall short of capturing the field in its entirety. As a group, contemporary clinical psychologists do many different things with many different goals for many different people. An accurate, comprehensive, contemporary definition of clinical psychology would need to be more inclusive and descriptive. The Division of Clinical Psychology, Division 12 of American Psychological Association, defines clinical psychology as the field of clinical psychology integrates science, theory, and practice to understand, predict, and alleviate maladjustment, disability, and discomfort, as well as to promote human adaptation, adjustment, and personal development. Clinical psychology focuses on the intellectual, emotional, biological, psychological, social, and behavioral aspects of human functioning across the lifespan in varying cultures and at all socio-economic levels.